Welcome back, students. So today we will discuss a new chapter, that is chapter 13, Fun with Magnets. Okay. So different shapes of magnets you have seen, and you are using magnets in some appliances also, or in some objects. Just like in your pencil box, a small magnet is there. In your fridge door, a small magnet is there. In your loudspeakers, microphones, small magnet is there. So what is a magnet? Okay. So just I will read the textbook. What is a magnet? That's the beginning of this chapter. Paheli and Buju went to a place where a lot of waste material was piled into huge heaps. Something exciting was happening. A crane was moving towards a heap of junk. The long handle of the crane lowered a block over a heap. Then it began to move. Many pieces of iron junk were sticking to the block as it moved away. They did just read a very interesting book on magnets and knew immediately that there must be a magnet attached to the end of the crane that was picking up iron from the junkyard. You might have seen magnets and have been enjoyed playing with them. Have you seen stickers that remain attached to iron surfaces like the doors of the refrigerators or almirahs? In some pin holders, the pin seems to be attaching or sticking to the holder. In some pencil boxes, the lid fits tightly when we close it, even without a locking arrangement. Such stickers, pin holders and pencil boxes have magnets fitted inside. How magnets were discovered? It was said that there was a shepherd named Magnus who lived in ancient Greece. He used to take his herd of sheep and goats to the nearby mountains for grazing. He would take a stick with him to control his herd. The stick had a small piece of iron attached to one end. One day he was surprised to find that he had to pull hard to free his stick from a rock on the mountain side. It seems as if stick was being attracted by the rock. The rock was a natural magnet. It attracted the iron tip of the shepherd's stick. It was said that this was how natural magnets were discovered. Such rocks were given the name magnetite, perhaps after the name of that shepherd. Magnetite contains iron. Some people believe that magnetite was first discovered at a place called Magnesia. The substance having the property of attracting iron are known as magnets. Okay. So you have seen magnets in your doors of your fridge, in your pencil box, in the pen holders, all those things. So from that you will get an idea that magnet will attract iron materials. Magnets will attract iron materials. Or a magnet is a material which has a property to attract iron objects. A magnet is a material which has a property to attract iron material. That is a magnet. Any material that has a property of attracting iron is called a magnet. It was derived from magnetite. Magnetite is a natural magnet. Magnetite is a natural magnet. The name magnet is derived from the word magnetite, which is a natural magnet. This property itself called magnetism. The force that the magnet exerts on iron is called magnetic force. So, the magnet will attract iron objects towards it. So, any material which has a property of attracting iron materials towards it is known as a magnet. So, the magnet will exert a force on the iron material. The magnet will exert a force on the iron material, and that is known as magnetic force. Magnetic force. If you have played with a magnet, you have observed that it can attract iron nail from a distance. Thus, magnetic force acts at a distance even when there is no contact between them. A magnet can have any shape, but usually in the form of a bar magnet or horseshoe magnet. Different shapes are there, but normally it is in the form of a bar magnet, means a rectangular piece. Then a horseshoe magnet, that is in the shape of U. Okay, U-shaped magnet or horseshoe magnet is there. Then bar magnet is there. So, what is a magnet? Any material that attracts or that's having a property of attracting iron materials, that is known as a magnet. So, the name magnet is derived from the word magnetite, which is a natural magnet. Now, the magnet will exert a force on the iron, and that force is known as magnetic force. So, magnets are pieces of iron or other materials which exhibit the property of magnetism, that is the ability to attract iron other objects that contains iron. So, it will attract iron, cobalt and nickel also. The magnets will attract iron objects, nickel and cobalt also. Then in where you can see magnets, compass needle, fridge magnets are there. So, these are the examples of magnets. In these days, magnets come in different shapes and forms such as horseshoe magnets, bar magnet, cylindrical or ball-entered magnets, then needle magnet. I will show the pictures of all these things. This one is a bar magnet. This one is a bar magnet. It is in the shape of a rectangle. Now, this one is a horseshoe magnet. Horseshoe magnet. This one is a needle magnet. This one is cylindrical magnet. You are familiar with this one. Oval shaped magnet. Then ring magnet. So, we will get in different shapes. All these magnets will attract iron materials or iron, cobalt and nickel materials. Okay. So, that is about magnet. So, magnet means any material that has a property of attracting iron is called a magnet. The word magnet is derived from magnetite, which is a natural magnet. The force that a magnet exerts on iron is called magnetic force. The magnet will exert force on other materials that are made up of iron, cobalt and nickel. So, that force is known as magnetic force. Okay. Thank you.